Hello and welcome to my video, lesson 9.3, Quadratic Inequalities. So this is quite similar to 9.2, but we just have two example questions. Basically, the main difference here is just recognizing that sometimes we have to go from standard to vertex because vertex is helpful to actually, graph things by hand. Or you might have to factor to get some points from the general form, standard form. So there are some benefits. Okay, so you can get factors, which are your x-intercepts. Okay, you can also see right here that this is your y-intercept. Okay, so both of those are very useful. However, the vertex form is helpful because we have our 2 points, our x and our y, which is our p and our q for the vertex point. And last but not least, we have the a from both equations that shows us the direction of opening. So this is a reminder from, I believe, Learning Guide 3. So if it is positive a, then it opens up. So if you can just imagine here, opening up, because it's positive, you get a little smiley face. And then if it is negative, right, then it's unhappy, and it's an unhappy, I think it looks like a frog a little bit. Unhappy frog face. Okay? So those are kind of the different things you can get from there. So that's helpful because we have to be able to graph the inequality. So let's do that right now based off of the information we know. So first of all, our vertex point is going to be this and this. So it's going to be -3, -5. So 5. So right here is our vertex. Okay? And and we know it's going to open up because this is positive. Okay, but let's look for the y-intercept by expanding all of this out. Okay, because that might be helpful. Might not be the most helpful, but it'll be at least somewhat helpful. So half. So actually, let's expand that other part first. So let's go x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then minus 5. So this is still y. So now it's half x squared plus 3x plus 4.5. Minus 5, so minus 0.5. Minus a half, I guess. Okay, so if we look for our y-intercept, remember that's our c value, that's this guy. Whoops, wrong color, way too thick. So that would be right here. Okay, and I don't believe we can factor this very well, but that's fine. We can with just those 3 pieces of information, i.e. the direction of the opening being positive, we can actually graph this well enough, good enough. It's not going to be perfect, but good enough for the purposes of what we're doing here. Should look something like this. All right, so we have roughly the graph. It's not perfect, but close enough. Now what we're going to do is shade the proper region. Well, just like in the last topic, 9.2, we shade based off of the following. So we shade above the graph if it's greater than, okay? And we shade below the graph if it is less than. Oh, and we actually messed something up. It should be a dashed line because we did not have or equal to. So let's see if we can just quickly make it a dashed line. All right. So here we now have the dashed line version. And are we shading below or above? Well, we are shading above. So I'm going to grab my highlighter and shade above. Now we have our shaded area above the line, and it is a dashed line. Okay, and you can work backwards from a graph as well, noticing that it's shaded above and it's a solid line, so it's going to be y is greater than or equal to. Okay, and we're going to use, just the whole idea of solving for the vertex form for the a. So x minus p, which is our point, which is 1 squared, minus q, or plus q, which is minus 1. Okay, so we're going to solve for a by using one of the other points. So let's just choose maybe this one. So 3 equals a 2 minus 1 squared minus 1. So let's move the 1 over. So now we have 4a, so 3 squared. So that's 9. So a equals 4 over 9. Okay, and so by doing that, we can finally put in our value for a and finish our entire inequality. So 4 over 9, x minus 1 squared minus 1. And this is our inequality from the graph. Really, the only thing crazy from this unit, or different from this unit, is that one chart here. So if you guys can memorize this part, you are gonna do great. Oh, what happened here? There you go. So if you can learn this chart, the rest of it hopefully will be nice and clear. I hope this video helps you understand how to get an inequality from a graph and how to graph your own inequality a little bit better. Good luck.